Can you please tell us what this new book, Under Meltdown, is about?
Andy Meltdown is a what I call climate ethnography, of how climate change transforms and changes, challenges the water supplies, the rituals, the culture and power constellations in the Peruvian Andes. That is how indigenous people in the Andes, how they live and how they cope with climate change in terms of their cultural practices, their livelihoods and the water resources.
How does climate change transform our way of understanding what it means to be human?
In my new book, I examine and describe how Andean people, that is the indigenous population of the Andes, how they participate in ceremonies, rituals to the mountains. What happens is that the glaciers are melting in the Andes, so the water resources are disappearing, which means that the rituals, their offerings, don't make sense anymore. They provide this gift for the mountains, but there's less water. So the idea of the offerings is to provide more water. What I find interesting here is to observe how climate change transforms the way people see the world, the life world, because it doesn't make sense to do what they used to do. And moreover, they become aware of their own activities, the impact of their own activities on the environment, on the mountains, on the glacier and the glacier melt. So they become aware of climate change through their own activities. They have a first-hand view of how climate change impacts the world, and then they become aware of their own impact, which transforms their own way of seeing themselves as humans in relation to the non-human world. I think that is probably the most interesting thing about climate change, that it makes us aware of who we are as actors, as a species in the planet, or on the planet, and perhaps transforms the way we relate to the non-human world.